Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. All right, it's the Sunday dailies. What we got here? Sunday dailies. Let's see what we got here. Sunday dailies 17. I know the last one they said my mic is low. I try to turn the gain up, but I don't want to turn two up because I got a condenser, as you can see in this mic. But it's a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on these cases, and I think I had a community tab that Dreamers Pro talking about Disney's going to sell ESPN. And I said this before. I think I said it on several streams, and they've been saying, and I knew it was coming. I knew they was running out of money because them lawsuits, the money they losing, that $5 billion dollars, is pretty much the same that people are tired of them, man. Like the takes with LeBron James. A lot of people are tired of that. Just one athlete, but that Disney championship didn't help them. And I appreciate y'all with the Thirsty Thrills, man. Like, I mean, I had some viewership on it. I appreciate y'all, the ones that actually support. You got a lot of fake supporters out there. So it's not pretty much like I'm tripping over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it for what it is. And quite frankly, I mean, this stuff is wild. But even though Zion Williamson's dealing with that Moral Mills situation, I mean, that we already know that's a porn star. Everybody wants to use the C word. Bunch of cowards, by the way. That bombshell and all that. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on. But that's last week. But this week, it just goes to show you that times has changed. Yeah, I've been listening to what's his name, the Millionaire, and he talk about the modern women. And I listen to his old stuff too. What's going on? But that just proves my point where we are today. We just got to see it for what it is. And I said this. How can I say this? I've been speaking like this language since 2020, and prior to 2020, to come to these so-called Black ministry spaces, which it already died in 2020 because y'all was talking about the same shit, and y'all never changed your content, and the shit is trash. Now I know a certain individual talking about game goofies and all that. Like, see, when you say shit, nobody's gonna watch your bullshit. You got some views, but ain't nobody watching your ass like that. They're tired of hearing it. But them followers, if y'all listen to his shit, it's a bunch of bullshit. He's a prophet. He's trying to get y'all. It's gonna be a future. No, it's not. He's in his delusion. It's just a PSA. If you're listening to this Sunday dailies and this recording, don't listen to what that fuck nigga said because he's on that same fuck shit since 2020, and I wasn't. I was relevant on panels, wasn't on a lot because at the time it was new to me. It was new to me probably in 2020. But actually doing my own content the next year, I'll go on his panel. Yeah, it was some legendary moments, but I've been on those streams. But he's gonna hide them like a bitch, and he ain't gonna show you the truth. I ain't got time to argue with niggas, bro. I really don't. He got the secrets. There's a lot of jealousy. See, I remember shit. I don't forget shit. I have a good memory. And I don't need no fucking phrase say a mind of an elephant. We know an elephant remembers everything, but an elephant can be stupid too. They're not the brightest creatures either, but yeah, they remember shit, but they're not the brightest creature of the bunch. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. There's a lot of smart creatures in the elephant. Trust me. Elephants are they're similar to in the dinosaur species. They're like the brontosaurus, like that, the long necks. They're equivalent to the long necks. Since they got a long trunk, they're equivalent to the long neck. So enough of that. Enough of that shit. Let these hoe ass niggas lie to y'all. They spewing that bullshit and that shit don't work. Ain't nobody watching that garbage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, shouts out to Alan Millionaire for his content. I know he believes in Yahshua. I don't. But He had some good points on one of his videos about women, and you have to be nonchalant with these modern women. Yeah, I've been saying that shit for years. I said that in the workplace. I saw this years ago, and I was saying on old boys channel 2 years ago. They've been like this since the beginning during the 2012 days, and it died. It was something in 2011 and up, because the 2000s and prior to that, people's out there doing the damn thing. But now, if you go by 2012 standards, that's what killed it. That's why they want a nonchalant man. They've been on this. So the world that y'all know it's been collapsing. It's just waiting on the explosion. It's over. People are tired, man. People are tired. Each year it gets worse and worse. A lot of experience that men are talking about, but what you're seeing right now, there's a shift. But you so-called men out there, or the men are going to be men, y'all got to have discernment. You gotta act like you don't care, and you gotta be nonchalant. And once you're nonchalant, they'll want you, but don't give them no inch. And I've been saying this, like, I don't share this a lot. I don't attack them or any way. Why we do deal with modern relationships with pick me's that I want to be women, and then you got these actual women that just y'all have problems. Females, excuse me, females that don't give a damn about you. I've been on this kick for like at least a couple of years. I don't say it on my channel enough because I'm not anti-women over here. And the same with the guys. If they don't want you, they don't reciprocate that. Just live with, have hobbies, and do something. I always preach hobbies over here. Always preach that. Because if you don't have hobbies, you're not doing something. I mean, YouTube is my hobby. I talk about political stuff, sports. I watch everything on my subscription. But you got a lot of niggas complaining about the same shit over and over and over and over again, and they are so blue pill as hell. They're not red pill. If they was red pill, they should stop thinking about women. The red pill to mindset is to be nonchalant. If you're nonchalant, you are red pill. If you're on the highest peak of red pill, you're gonna be in that supreme level. And then yes, they use the term black, but that's a new concept. Um, the Matrix went crazy afterwards. I don't really care for the Matrix like that, but I understand the concepts and the science of the Matrix. I did see the original movie, but it gets so played out after time. But you got people taking and ran with it, become something, and try to make friends groups out of it. You know what I mean? But if you're the real red pill, you should not be thinking about females at all and be nonchalant and just live your life and then try to live accordingly. That's what I try to do. That's why I don't promote myself like that on YouTube. I keep that shit to myself. I don't really brag about relationships. And there's a reason why I don't. Relationships are for suckers, man. It ain't what it used to be. Everybody's a sellout, motherfucker. But they too busy worrying about being a superstar and try to be famous, and no one gives a fuck about you. They'll stab you in the back. But if you really study how females operate, I don't use the word women. See, when you call them women, that's the first rule that you so-called men, y'all claim y'all men, but you're males. Stop calling them women. Earn that. They haven't earned your respect if you call them women. That's the first thing. And second thing, stop believing in them. Because what they're gonna do is gonna destroy you, man. It's a business end of the day. They want a business so they can destroy you. Their job is what they're doing. They're doing what they're supposed to. See, they're reactionary. Females are reactionary. Stop believing what you hear. You just got to stop believing in them. Once you stop believing in them, it's just what it is. Always believe in certain people, but don't believe everything they say. Always fact check. Always do what you got to do, and don't get upset about it. Just be nonchalant about everything nowadays, because that goes for both ways. Because when you're on the internet, you have to be nonchalant. If you're not nonchalant on the internet and you just can't handle the trolling and all the other stuff, you're never going to succeed. I tell people all the time, if you're trying to compete with people on this sorry site like YouTube, you're not going to make it. And I tell people all the time, how I got 1,000 subscribers, I didn't really care if the subscribers subscribe my stuff or not. Because years ago, I didn't have 1,000. I did not buy no subscribers like people assume, like they know me, but they don't know shit. I ain't bought none of that. No, my shit came from the actual old content I had, and it kept growing and it kept subscribing. Because I was active in the comment section. I didn't share their videos, but I was active in the comment section. But 9 out of 10, I didn't have time to watch. I watched a lot of stuff. But then, see, I wasn't doing YouTube as content creation those years that I missed. I was too busy watching 2K content. And after that, I used it on the side, but it was in the workplace. I time to do all that. That would have got in. And that's the only thing I did. If I find something on the side, I'll do less and less, and I'll just drop a recording. I could do that at the same time. I've done that before, but it's pretty much the same. I've done content before those 3 years, and then I was into something, and then I went to the school and volunteer like in Emory. I did that. I was like, what, 2014. Then I stopped. That next year, I wanted to do something about it and see things where it was. See, 2015, I stopped doing content, and I had to take a break from it because there was a bunch of BS on this site. Then each year, I was absent. I was in that 2K stuff. Once I had the job that I wanted and I got it, I was young then. I was in my 20s. Um, those 20s are gone. Left the job when I was like what 30 in 2018, and then after that, I'm just doing this, and I'm like, I'm coming back doing content again, and just start dropping content, and that's what I did. I did that during the pandemic period in 2021 when I officially came back. I actually came back in January of that year. And then actually officially come back, actually doing content. I expand the live streaming, semi podcast, whatever you want to call it. I was doing that and see what's what. But you got people on here don't understand that it takes time to get where you at. See, when you have 1,000 subscribers like me, it takes time. Mine took, I will say, about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I just had 1,000. 5 years ago, I didn't have 1,000. It took me. It took the 4 years ago that I had, like 2019. That's what it took. It took about at least 4 years so I can get my subscribers, so something like 1,000. It took me like four something years in that span. 2015 to 2019. That's like a 4 year span. Fast forward to 2023. That was 4 years ago in 2019. That's when I officially got 1,000. Once I have 1,000, I didn't make no content then. I waited 2 years later. My plan is to come back that next year, and I didn't think the pandemic was a thing. I should have started in 2020 and came back. I told you I'm officially back, but something told me don't do it. I waited in 2021, and then there we are. That's the whole purpose of me doing it. So when you see the big picture of the things, you start seeing more. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm just looking at the big picture of what's going on right now. See, a lot of times you got people just get caught up on the nonsense, but and that's just part of it. I'm gonna go on mute for a minute. Excuse me 1 second. All right, back to what I was saying, but let me get this tea out the way. Uh, but as what I was saying, but in so many words, I just think people should just leave the shit alone, man. Stop worrying about content creators and just do you. But a lot of people just on the bullshit. They just like the drama and things like that. But I had to turn my shit on. I'm about to get into some stuff and some hobbies, but you know how niggas be. They say that nigga ain't got no hobby. Blah, blah, blah. I got hobbies off here. I ain't worried about no hoes, no 304s that y'all worrying about. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But this site is dying, bro. Like it's just like Disney. Something's gonna happen to Google and YouTube. Like I said, lawsuits are here. World's collapsing. You see the Ukraine and Russia. That's affects everybody. A lot of people try to say it don't affect everybody. It affects everybody. That's why everybody's doing different content outside of YouTube. YouTube is dying too. It's dry. And they said why YouTube is drying the views. And shouts to the stars for giving me a like on his on the comment section. I agree with somebody. I say exactly, and they think they can make money. It's just YouTube, and you act like y'all have a 401k plan. Get the fuck out of here. That's why you niggas is broke. The ones that do this for money, y'all the brokest niggas I've seen on YouTube. That goes for anybody. I don't care which spaces you represent on YouTube. Y'all are the brokest niggas if you're doing this for money. I'm just sorry. You're the brokest niggas to me. Ain't nobody obsessed with YouTube like that. That means you broke. If you're monetized, you are broke. You are not rich. And you're living off of fucking a corporation like Google doesn't give two fucks about you. They'll splatter your brains and you'll be gone. It's a numbers game. The people that's not monetized, they said they could get rid of them. No, they won't. That's what YouTube wants. They want to pay somebody to be their little boy. It's like I give you an example. ESPN pays certain people to talk bad about us and anybody else that's anti the system. Why you think I'm not monetized? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Why I don't do it with this channel. If I had another channel, if I talk about sports, yeah, I'm gonna get paid, but I have to dance in some circles. I don't mind doing it. I'll say some code words and just throw shots. I can be that. That's easy. But it's not fun because you got a lot of nut riders. And that ain't my thing. If I would love to, I could say what I want. I'll throw a few words and there and there, but I have to be colorful on the other because I go extreme. I go deep with my shit, but I'm more creative. So the thing is, I ain't gonna risk it. This channel is strictly for the enlightened ones and the ones trying to survive out here and try to understand how the sins of Esau destroyed everything. But you have to learn what is gonna come next and learn how to survive out here in this timing of the collapse, and then the famine of the word is coming soon. This is why I'm not going to do a whole lot of live streams next year. I will drop these type of contents and recording and make it into a premiere like this recording you're hearing right now. This is going to be my wave in 2024. Once I start doing that, boom, that's how I'm going to get the views. I'm not worried about live streams. The only way I'm going to do that is I have to pick something. Now, the Independent Thinker series, I'll drop it every now and then for a live stream. I have to pick a certain day. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be your normal Thursday days. It could be Friday. And then I'll cut it down to size. You get what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like I'm done doing night streams for good next year because I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna get my mind right. Once I do those streams, and I'll end the independent thinking series probably the next spring. The early spring, I'll say March and April, it'll continue, but when it'll end in May. I'm just giving you a clue. I'll end the series in May and just stop live stream for good. But then I'll do pre-record, turn it into a live stream. I'll do that in 24. You're gonna see more of that. You're gonna see some drop content, and I'll have my recording out, and then I'll set the days what I'm talking about. I'll do my recording. That's what I'm gonna do for now on 2024, and then probably in the summer, I'm definitely gonna do that. And you're gonna see more of that in the future in the YouTube. That's where I'm going with it. I'm not gonna do live streams for a bit. I'm just gonna hold off on that. I gotta see what do I want to talk about because I'm trying to build a studio if I'm trying to get to a certain level. But in a way, I'll have my own studio and own things to go about it. But I'll talk about different things, talk about political, sports. I'll get into that. But this channel is a combination of everything. It's talk about philosophies, what's going on around the world. But this channel is gonna be all right. But if I create another channel, it's gonna be strictly sports and politics a little bit because that's where it is. Try to be fair and do research. I do research, unlike these niggas. They don't do research. They're too stupid. And basically what I'm saying is that's the direction I'm going with this channel. Is just strictly deal with The scriptures, a little bit, drop some hints. Might do that, but I've done said enough really. Probably a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of politics on this channel. And here's the thing. Mostly I would say this channel's for current events, basically current events. I'm just gonna talk about what's really going on. I'll do vlog streams. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I will do vlog streams. I will do those. If you want to see me live stream, I'm gonna vlog stream it. Period. I will do vlog streams. And I will do pre-recorded live streams, or should I say pre-recording period. That's the way I'm going to go with it. So it's really the way for YouTube. But if you want to live stream on YouTube, it's kind of dry because people like to nut ride the next person. I already know the game. I already know the bullshit. I seen this in 2021. It was good. I wasn't a victim of it. It's just there was some fallouts and cases I wanted to do with certain people, but I said, fuck it. I'm going to have to do it on my own and reach out, do my own thing. I can't reach out to niggas that talks about that weirdo shit. I have to build my shit to a certain T. There's a reason why I'm doing my own shit and watch how niggas suffer. Because I'm watching different type of content creators, and I'm just like, Dreamers Pro, he has an idea, but the idea is to get a studio. So basically, what I'm saying is, you got to build this platform up a certain way. Now, a lot of people say YouTube's changing. No, YouTube is dying. Okay, it's like Disney. Okay, I'm telling y'all for a fact. I said this in 2021 when I was doing those vlog streams. It's dying. Google, everything, the essence is dying. The money is dried up. Y'all know what's happening with the money. Look at Ukraine and Russia. That's what's messing up the internet right now. Because next year is 2024. I'm going to talk about that all next year in recording. And you're going to see I don't care about live streams like that. Only time I'll talk about it, I'll mention it, is probably the independent thinker series. Because usually an hour, I usually go over the hours. If I drop the link, if y'all want to talk, boom, I can't do that. I love this little format I'm using. And yes, I paid the bill with the stream. So I got it for another year until the next June to keep it. That's why I saved my money in June, because I did. I saved a lot of money so I can pay it off. That's why I saved my money. And the reason I saved it this year, and I knew I was going to pay it off, it was well worth it. And I got it, and I was happy. June was a good month for me, and I'll tell you why. It was a good month. I paid this software off. Now I get to have it another year until the next June. And I like it. I like it, and it's worth it. It's reasonable. See, if I was paying streaming hours, they had that little system when I had my cars about to go. I'm glad I paid it during the later spring in June. See, the early part of June is spring. The other part, and the mid part, is summer. So I paid it early June. That's in the spring. And I did what I was supposed to do. I always pay my shit in spring on time. And then boom, it's just like that. So basically, I'm just in rare form right now. I'm happy. I'm in a good place, and I understand. But then July, it's a sorry month for me. I'm just say it like that. It's a shitty month. But I'll get through it because it's one of the worst months I cannot stand. I hate July's. I don't like July, the month itself. August, I thrive in August. So I'm gonna be talking about different things, and you're gonna see that I want to see what's relevant. I'm still gonna talk about a little bit of sports, a little politics and current events, what's going on. But the niggas shit, I'm done. Because them niggas is they losing left and right. Okay, I'll talk about certain niggas that act goofy. That's it. I'll do it on they shit. But when it comes to my shit, y'all not even worth it. It's just clown shit right now. There'll be some shots thrown, but just be prepared. I don't care nothing about none of you niggas like that, because y'all weak anyway in person probably, because we already know y'all ain't built like that. Y'all not built like that. But shouts out to Matt Farfer with the my expert opinion with the Ja Rule. I wish he dropped the whole clip so I can see it. I want to see it so bad because Ja Rule said some things about 50. It's kind of like I kind of like the guy more. He's cool. Always liked him as an artist, and he did everything. Now 50's dope too. 50's both of them I'm okay with. It's just 50's historically a troll. We already know 50's a troll. 50 talks shit all the time. He likes to mess with people. He likes to put. They both from Queens. We already know the situation with Preem and all that. Y'all can go find that on YouTube somewhere else. But 50 ain't. And he's living good and Ja's living good. It's beautiful. They ain't gonna be boys, but they gonna be cordial. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that. I want to see that long interview with him. And man, I just want to see it so bad because I want Matt just drop the whole fucking clip so we can see that shit. I hope he drops it today, man, because it's just gonna break down where we at, as a people, But he did one with Dame, and I saw the whole clip of that. I saw each clip with Dame, and he talked about diabetes and stuff like that. Dame, that's a good one. That's like my second favorite, but that Ja Rule would be my number one right now because the way he talked about 50, man, I just started dying. He ignored that nigga. He said, I live in rent free into his head, and I like that. Ja trolling him back. See, Ja ain't studying him. I'm over that. He said, I'm over that. But that just goes to show you, Ja been through adversity. He know what it looks like. Live said, "Why is Ja Rule humble?" Well, he used to be a former Jehovah's Witness, but he been through adversity. A lot of rappers never stand 10 toes down, but we ain't gonna talk about the Murder Inc. and all that stuff. We ain't gonna get into that. That's irrelevant. A lot of people just hate Ja Rule because 50 told him. He tricked y'all. 50 did trick everybody. But there was a guy named 50 Cent Check. Uh, I call him Young CJ. Curtis. You don't hear him call himself 50 no more. He called himself Curtis Jackson. Get what I'm saying? Dude, that's a whole nother story. But we ain't gonna get into 50 Cent part. They call him 50, but they don't call him 50 Cent, if you notice that. Yeah, man. Like 50, everybody called him Curtis now because after the first two albums, it was hard, but after that, he was out of there. He was out of there. So much for his career. He's stuck on power on TV shows. He's making that bread. So we're gonna leave these niggas alone. But it is what it is. Like, that's what you gotta do. Like, normally I come on here to talk about reckless stuff and certain individuals, but I'm kind of I'm like, I'm not giving them my shine. They're worthless to me. After I was be watching Dreamers Pro and the LDBC community, the Lions Den basketball community, salute to them brothers, man. They doing a damn thing. And I mean, like, this shit is wild, bro. And Alan Millionaire, he's put me on point with these hoes, man. That this is a problem. It's just it's just crazy where we at now. And yeah, the Millionaire, he be dropping gems on people. And then I told you, nonchalant is the way, fellas. If you have problems with females, nonchalant's the way. Don't even deal with them because all it does is make y'all drive crazy. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, you don't have to do shit." Fuck all that approaching shit. I never was the approaching type. The approaching type is outdated. I won't tell you a secret. It's outdated, and and this is just my viewpoint. Now, you can say that's an opinion. You can say that, but y'all can disagree. But approaching a woman, ain't nobody scared to talk to no woman. Ain't nobody gonna get rejected. I've been rejected. Let me tell you something. Rejection is good. I've been rejected based off eye contact. And y'all act like that ain't rejection. That is based off eye contact. Why approaching? I did that before. Probably 8 times in my lifetime, and I stopped doing that shit. I did that probably in high school, but see, when I was younger, I never approached people. I never did. I was very introverted, and I grew out of it and became ambiverted, playing sports and all that stuff. That shit came in time, but approaching a woman don't mean shit nowadays. It never did. I've always been introverted. I never believed in it. I did it 8 times in my lifetime, and I stopped giving a fuck, and I just tried it like, man, this is weak. Like I'm a beggar or something. Like I never approached these hoes. They approached me. I don't have no problems getting women and things like that. I don't have problems dealing with people. They always approach me. People always approach me. I don't approach them. I'm minding my own business, not even thinking about 'em. Even when I'm shopping and buying, wherever hats or anything, I don't give a fuck about these people. They always come to me with shit. That's how my channel is based. If you hear me speaking, people are going to pay attention. They pick and choose who they want to watch. And I told you, approaching the situation don't mean shit. I approach how I want to. I'm very selective how I listen to certain people. I'm a selective person, period. And I've always had to embrace that. I had embraced that for the last couple of years and I had to figure out what my life was about. And I've always been that person. I just didn't. It took me years to realize that, and that's why I'm in a better place. I'm not worried about these hoes like that. Like you niggas, yeah, they said they got hangups. Well, they losers. They the simps and tricks that always want to claim someone else is a simp. They're the simps and tricks be talking about them. Only simps and tricks talk about women 95% of their content. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times when people use those words, that's what they are. They're not players. A true player don't worry about, let me tell you something. Players are nonchalant. Players are worrying about why nonchalantness matters in today's time. You got to play the game and not give them a fuck. You don't even have to give them nothing. It's easy to get them now. It's super easy. You don't even have to buy it. Like, why buy it? Because you're a loser. Because they know you're needy. If they see you needy, you're a beggar. And especially, I call them beggars. Y'all call them needy. I call them beggars. I have to talk about this on a vlog stream to explain y'all. Stop begging these 304s to give you attention. Stop even thinking about them at all. I know it's hard. You got to have discipline. If you do not have discipline, you ain't shit. That's why cold approach does not work, and it never worked. They look at you as needy. You can't even do that no more. I don't care about the prize argument. The prize argument don't mean shit. That's goofy. Fuck both prizes. Scripture said men is fine gold. Women are what? They ain't bring nothing to the table but sexual shit. Those are not women. Stop calling them women. Call them females. Call them whores. Harlots. That's what the fuck it is out here. And the shit is collapsing. And they will get, no, they're going to be wiped out. They're going to die with this shit and it's over. You have a select few of women to choose from, but it ain't going to be a lot, but it's going to be, and then this one is going to get right and they get changed. You change those, but the ones that don't, they're going to perish. It's called Yah's business, not Esau's business. It's called Yah's business. And you got to be clean and holy based off doing the right thing. But you people, y'all worrying about the wrong ish. But y'all worrying about some BS, man. Like, y'all got to stop and think it's over now. So that's all I gotta say. I'm just speaking my mind, and then I just saw his recent, his older videos and his current ones, and he's on point, man. Y'all subscribe to him. He's got some good content. I don't believe in his Joshua teachings, but we're two different people. But I just cared about his message, what he was saying, and try to tell fellas get out of that stuff. And I've been preaching that nonchalant stuff for years. So I'm signing off, and I will see y'all the next Sunday dailies, the 18th edition. This is the 17th edition, and just be nonchalant. This thing is about being nonchalant is the way. Period. That's all I'm talking about. Being nonchalant and not giving a fuck. It works. Trust me, it works. The less you think about it, the more stoic you're gonna be. You need it because this is it. They are in Ukraine messing up everything, and Ukraine is trying to crush Russia and then divide everything, and then Esau's trying to mess everything up. Just keep that in mind. It's a balance how this thing works. So with that, until next time, and I'll see y'all in the Thursday Thrills. I believe it's the 66th edition. I believe that, right? And I'll see y'all there. And then the next Sunday dailies, and we'll talk about some more stuff that's realistic and current events, of course, and news. And this is what Sunday dailies is about. And I'll still continue these. I guarantee I'll still continue these. Until next time, I'm signing off. Shalom to the people of Israel and the Gentiles that always want to serve y'all with us. Shalom to you too. And children of Israel, children of Israel, always pray to the east, to the Yah's name, of course. Shalom. Until next time. And I'm out.